Once in royal David's city stood a lowly cattle shed, where a mother laid her baby in a manger for his bed. Mary was that mother mild, Jesus Christ her little child. He came down to earth from heaven, who is Lord and Lord of all, and his shelter was a stable, and his cradle was a stall. With a royal mean and lowly, lived on earth God's Saviour holy. And through all his wondrous childhood, he would honor and obey, love and watch the lowly maiden, in whose gentle arms he lay. Christian children all must be, bold, obedient, good as he. And our eyes in hush have seen, through his holy redeeming love, for that just so dear and gentle, he's our Lord in heaven above. And he leads his children all to that place where he is born. Lord, in that lowly stable, with the oxen standing by, we shall see him onward in heaven, set at God's right hand on high, when like stars his children crowned, all in white shall waited around.
I heard the bells on Christmas Day, the old familiar carols play, and wild and sweet the words repeat of peace on earth, goodwill to men. And thought how, as the day had come, the belfries of all Christendom had rolled along the unbroken song of peace on earth, goodwill to men, till ringing, singing on its way, the world revolved from night to day, a voice, a chime, a chant sublime of peace on earth, goodwill to men. Then from each black accursed mouth the cannon thundered in the south, and with the sound the carols drowned of peace on earth, goodwill to men. It was as if an earthquake rent the hearthstones of a continent, had made forlorn the households born of peace on earth, goodwill to men. And in despair I bowed my head. There is no peace on earth, I said, for hate is strong, and mocks of the song of peace on earth, goodwill to men. Then plead the bells more loud and deep, God is not dead, nor doth he sleep. The wrong shall fail, the right prevail, with peace on earth, goodwill to men.
Have you heard the sound of the angel voices ringing out so sweetly, ringing out so clear? Have you seen the sun shining out so brightly as the sun trees that ring the wood, the holy birds that crown, the rising of the sun, the running of the day, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir. The holy bells blossom as bright as any flower, and Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ to be our sweet Savior. The rising of the sun, the running of the day, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir. The holy bells may ring as red as any cloud, and Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ to do all sinners good. The rising of the sun, the running of the day, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir. The holy bells brinkled as sharp as any thorn, and Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ on Christmas Day in the morn. The rising of the sun, the running of the day, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir. Holy bells born, as bitter as any thorn, and Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ so to redeem us all. The rising of the sun, the running of the day, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir. The holly and the ivy, when they are both full grown, of all the trees that are in the wood, the holy bells that crown. The rising of the sun, the running of the day, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir.
If you look at me at Christmas, you won't need a special star. I'm no longer just in Bethlehem, I'm right there where you are. You may not be aware of me amid the celebrations, you'll have to look beyond the stores and all the decorations. If you take a moment from your list of things to do and listen to your heart, you'll find I'm waiting there for you. You're the one I want to be with, you're the reason that I came, and you'll find me in the stillness as I'm whispering your name.
Torches, torches, fell with torches, all the way to Bethlehem. Christ is born and thou art sleeping, come and sing your song to him. Torches, torches, fell with torches, all the way to Bethlehem. Christ is born and thou art sleeping, come and sing your song to him. Arrow, my baby, arrow, my love, sleep you will, my heart's own darling, while we sing you arrow. Sing, my friends, and sing, new friends, joy and love and joy and friends. Long lives the King of heaven, now and evermore, amen. Long lives the King of heaven, now and evermore,
Oh, the cold winds they blow, and the deer she does run through the bare silent orchard in search of the sun. The leaves have all fallen, and the earth it is still. Life is suspended in frost and in chill. But away she must go as the light disappears, away through the skeleton trees, to a place where it's calm and she can't come to harm, where winds bring the world to tracks in the snow by the robin so small. He hops through the hedges and whistles his call. His nest's all the comfort to fight winter's eve, while birds all around him sing as they leave, saying, "Come with us south, where the days are still long, and everything stays as you know." But the robin remains to sing out his song, a flash of bright red in the snow.
The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them hath the light shined. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
Across the land, dawns a brand new morn.
The steeples called good people all to church and chapel, and away they came, flocking through the streets in their best clothes and with their gayest faces. And at the same time there emerged from scores of by-streets, lanes and nameless turnings, innumerable people, carrying their dinners to the bakers' shops. The sight of these poor revellers appeared to interest the spirit very much, for he stood with Scrooge beside him in a baker's doorway, and taking off the covers as their bearers passed, sprinkled incense on their dinners from his torch. And it was a very uncommon kind of torch, for once or twice when there were angry words between some dinner carriers who had jostled each other, he shed a few drops of water on them from it, and their good humour was restored directly. For they said it was a shame to quarrel upon Christmas Day, and so it was. God love it, so it was.
In time the bells ceased and the bakers were shut up, and yet there was a genial shadowing forth of all these dinners and the progress of their cooking, in the thawed blotch of wet above each baker's oven, where the pavement smoked as if its stones were cooking too. "Is there a peculiar flavour in which you sprinkle from your torch?" asked Scrooge. "There is, my own." "Would it apply to any kind of dinner on this day?" asked Scrooge. "To any kindly given, to a poor one most." "Why to a poor one most?" asked Scrooge. "Because it needs it most."
We've been a while wandering amongst the leaves of green, but now we found the rustling so plainly to be seen. For it's Christmas time when we travel far and near. May God bless you and send you a happy new year. We are not daily beggars and beg from door to door. We are your
This is a poem by Anne Bronte entitled Music on Christmas Morning. Music I love but never strain could kindle raptures so divine, so grief assuage, so conquer pain, and rouse this pensive heart of mine, as that we hear on Christmas morn upon the wintry breezes borne. Though darkness still her empire keep, and hours must pass ere morning break, from troubled dreams or slumbers deep, that music kindly bids us wake. It calls us with an angel's voice to wake and worship and rejoice. At the end of the toughest of years, I do hope that you have a well-deserved break with friends and family over the festive period, and I look forward to seeing you all in January with renewed hope and excitement for the future. Merry Christmas.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 turtle doves and a